All right, hi everyone. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today, I'm gonna show you how to cook these super cute little tostada cups or mini taco salads, whatever you wanna call them, in the Instant Pot and oven. And it takes about half an hour, 40 minutes or so to make this from start to finish. If you are not already a subscriber to my channel, be sure to click that little red subscribe button down below so that you don't miss any of my videos, and let's get started. Hi everyone, today we are cooking with my toddler, and I've got my 6-month-old over here next to us in her high chair. And today we are going to be making these little tostada cups or taco salad cups, whatever you want to call them. They are super quick, super easy, but really delicious. I am going to be using my Instant Pot and the oven, and then that's pretty much it.
Oven. So I go to Young Dustin's house.
Oh, okay. So I've had a bunch of moms tell me when I post. Okay, hang on, let me talk. Okay, let me talk.
Let me talk too.
Okay, I'll let you talk in a little bit. So I've had a lot of my mom friends tell me that, oh, you're a super mom because of all the great stuff that you cook. How do you do that with 2 kids? And so I figured I would just shoot a video with me cooking with my toddler.
And I go to Young Dustin's house.
So let's get started. Here's what you're gonna need.
I go to my Young
Can you hold that for me? Okay. So you're gonna need some brown rice and black beans.
I eat the
You're gonna need some broth. I actually use water and then this broth concentrate, veggie broth. Garlic, and to make my life a whole lot easier because I am cooking with 2 kids on my heels, any shortcut that I can take, I do. So I use pre-minced garlic, so I don't have to worry about that step.
Yes.
You're gonna need taco seasoning.
Yes.
This is a homemade taco seasoning that I make. You will need, let's start here, a bell pepper and a half of a red onion. I already had this, I used the other half the other day. You're gonna need some avocado. This is also from yesterday. And then salsa. So you can use store-bought salsa. I had a bunch of leftover tomatoes that weren't going to get used, so I actually just turned it into pico de gallo. And then you're also going to need some wonton wrappers. I haven't pulled those out yet. They're still sitting in my fridge because I don't want them to get warm.
I just do also.
Okay. All right. So first thing you're going to want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. So let me do that.
I just go to our room.
Okay, and my oven, the reason I hold it open is my oven actually turns on. It's a gas oven, and so it turns on better when the oven door is open so that it can get some oxygen. So that's why I did that. And let me plug in my Instant Pot. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is I am gonna have my little helper here turn on the saute function on the Instant Pot. So go ahead and hit this button here, honey. There we go. So I'm gonna turn on saute, and then I'm gonna go ahead and dice this onion.
Wait. Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Can I have it?
Can you have what? The onion? I'm just gonna go ahead and put the onion in there as I dice it, even though the pot isn't heated up yet.
Oh!
Oh yeah?
Oh!
All right, and then I've also got you can't see it here, but I've got a garbage bowl that helps me stay sane while I'm trying to cook. So I put the onion in there, and then I'm gonna put the garlic in there. Oh, if I can get it open. And I am gonna put, actually before I do that, I wanna use my measuring spoons for my dried stuff first so that it doesn't get sticky with my dried seasoning. So the taco seasoning, I'm gonna do about a tablespoon and a half of taco seasoning. And then I just got these little tiny glass bowls at Dollar Tree. It's like 4 for $1. All right, so then I'm gonna do a tablespoon of minced garlic. Okay, so that's done. And then, see that, thank you. It's probably got toddler hair on it. So I am an oil-free cook as much as I can. So this is actually not oil, this is water. And I'm just gonna throw a little bit of water in there so I can saute without using any added oil.
I don't want to come in. I want a snack.
You want a snack? Okay, so the toddler is set with her little snack, and this is still sauteing. I'm just gonna saute this until it's nice and translucent. Then my red bell pepper, I'm also going to dice, and there is a super cool trick to dicing bell peppers, to slicing them up nice and easily. So I'm just gonna cut down the four sides around the stem here. And then I won't have to pull out the core because I just basically cut around it. And I'm gonna cut off the little end stub there, and then all of that I just throw into my garbage bowl. All right, so I'm gonna dice this up, get rid of some of these extra seeds. Oops. So this is how you cook with a toddler. You either let them up at the counter with you, or if they ask for a little snack or something to color, you can do that. And I will totally admit to using our tablet and TV shows as a babysitter while I'm getting stuff done in the kitchen. So basically whatever you got to do to keep your toddler occupied, do it. I mean, seriously, no shame. You got to get stuff done, right? All right, and maybe she'll come back and join us after she's done with her raisins. We'll see. And then my 6-month-old is actually quite easy. She just kind of entertains herself. I did get lucky in that department though. Neither of my children are super duper clingy, but I've also found ways to kind of redirect their focus when they are like that. All right, so those are almost done.
More?
You want more?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want some bell pepper?
No.
No? Okay. Normally she loves bell pepper.
She's not eating bell pepper.
No? All right, so my bell pepper is all chopped up.
Your
Done
bell
with
pepper
that.
is all chopped up.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna let this simmer a little bit more, and then I'm gonna get my toddlers more raisins. All right, so the toddler has more raisins and is satisfied for the time being. And these onions are looking pretty good. I know you guys can't see inside the pot, but, well, it's all that's in there right now. They're just about translucent. So I'm going to put a little bit more water in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and get the broth and everything else ready that's going to go in there. So I'm going to need 2 1/4 cup of broth, or your water and concentrate. And the reason I use water and concentrate, this concentrate is oil-free actually. I don't use the better than bouillon if I don't have to, but you can see this stuff is oil-free. And the reason I use the water and concentrate is because I want to use hot water. That is a trick to getting your Instant Pot to go through the pressurizing cycle a lot faster. So a little bit more water in there while I do this. I've got a hot water station here, and so it comes in really handy. I can just get hot water on demand. So there's my 2 1/4 cup. And I think it's a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons for 1 cup. So I'm gonna do, like a little bit more than 1 tablespoon, because 1 tablespoon is 3 teaspoons. Oops. So go ahead and put the water in there, and I'm gonna leave it on saute so that it keeps the water hot. Cooking with kids. All right. Oh, she lost her binky, the 6-month-old did. Okay. Okay, so I've got the water in there. Now I'm gonna do 1 cup of rice. Brown rice, actually, sorry. And it's just a short grain, you know, nothing special about it. And a 1/2 cup of black beans. And I don't rinse these ahead of time. None of that. It's the Instant Pot makes it super easy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dump them in. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put in my taco seasoning as well. And I'm just gonna give all of that a nice little stir. Okay, then I'm going to turn off the Instant Pot, and I'm going to take the lid, make sure there's a seal in there. I'm going to set it to sealing, and then I'm going to do high pressure. I'm going to use the manual function, high pressure for 25 minutes. And then I'm going to do a natural pressure release once that's done. So now that that is going, I'm going to cook the wonton wrappers into little bowls for the tostada or taco salad, whatever you want to call it. So let me grab the wontons. All right. And these guys are actually also oil-free. I don't know if all wonton wrappers are oil-free, but these guys are. It's Twin Dragon. So I'm going to go ahead and pull over a mini cookie sheet, just because I like them mini versus the regular size, but you could do whichever size that you like. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a wonton wrapper in each of these. I don't know if you can see me. I'll move this to the center. There we go. And you just tuck a wonton wrapper down in each one. Oops. There we go. And you want to make sure that it stays as open as possible so that you're going to be able to stack in your other ingredients in there. Okay, and I did test this cooking the wrappers. You actually do not need to spray the muffin tin with oil. So you can just go ahead and put the wonton wrappers right in there, and they come out beautifully. They do not stick at all. Of course, my muffin tin is non-stick. So if you don't have a non-stick one, you might want to test it out ahead of time, or just go ahead and spray it with a little bit of oil, whichever you want. All right, you're gonna have to wait, you little raisin monster.
I'm wait.
Why don't you come here and say hi?
No, wait.
Okay. Now, if you wanted to save time and you didn't want to fill up a muffin tin with all these little wontons, you could actually just get corn tortillas and lay them out on a cookie sheet and toast them. So, I mean, obviously this part right here is a little time intensive, and you can definitely select a different method to make it not so time intensive. All right, so I can actually hear my Instant Pot already coming up to pressure. So if you own an electric pressure cooker, you're probably thinking like, wow, that's really fast. And it is really fast. That's because I use that hot water. Okay. And it is up to pressure, so it's actually going to start cooking now. So then it'll just be 25 minutes from there, pretty much. Once it's done cooking, I'm going to open it up and put the bell peppers in there and let them just kind of heat through. And then it'll be serving time, really. You'll get raisins.
Yeah. Can I have raisins?
You may have raisins. All right, almost done. I got 3 more. Oops, I ripped that one a little bit. That's all right. All right, last one.
Can you move back my...
Okay, so I'm just kind of pressing these onto the edge, make sure they stay open.
Can you move my hair?
Can I move your hair? Sure. What do you need me to do with it? All right, so those look pretty good. Now I'm just gonna stick these in that 350 oven for 8 to 10 minutes until they're nice and crispy.
No! No! I don't like that.
All right, so that is it. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward. This just started counting down, so it's at 24 minutes right now. So I'm gonna fast forward until when this is done and those are done and have cooled off. So I will see you then. All right, so my wonton wrappers are cooked and the Instant Pot has gone through its cycle. It's just doing the natural pressure release right now. And while those things were happening, I don't know if you can see, but I went ahead and just cleaned up my workspace. So cleaned up all the measuring cups and all that stuff, just put them in the dishwasher or rinsed them off and put them on the drying rack, whatever. And then I found in my fridge these like bag salad mix. And so I went ahead and pulled some of that out, and I'm gonna go ahead and add that to my shells once I assemble them. And I actually love this stuff. I will eat an entire bag in a huge bowl with just some homemade vinaigrette dressing, oil-free of course. And it's delicious and filling. And then, you know, I'll use it for little stuff like this. It's already pre-chopped. I don't have to worry about like rinsing and drying and then, you know, chopping the whole head of lettuce, whatever. It's already done, and it's got like cabbage and carrots and all kinds of good stuff in it. So I went ahead and pulled some of that out. And I'm going to go ahead and just move this guy off to the side, or these guys, my red peppers. And while I'm waiting for that to finish its natural pressure release, I'm just gonna go ahead and dice up this avocado. Now, this one, and my toddler is over there. The other trick to my sanity is the wall of my fridge is a big giant chalkboard, and I have this little box of chalks for her, and she can just sit there and draw whatever she wants on the walls. It's amazing. So she's over there drawing on the walls. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop this up. This is from yesterday. Now, I don't know if you can see, there you go. camera's kind of far away. So it's actually a little bit brown, but not too bad. And how I did that was I left the pit in, which doesn't really do much all on its own, but then I just squirted some lime juice on top of it. And so you can kind of see in this bowl, there's a little bit of lime juice in there. And so that's how I kept it from going completely black. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take this pit out and put it in my trash bowl. And then using a butter knife, not a sharp knife, I'm just gonna go ahead and slice. Let's see if I can do this so you can see it. Just gonna go ahead and make slices in there. And then I'm gonna turn it this way and slice it the other way. And then that gives you a nice diced avocado. Okay, I'll hold it up so you can see it. See, nice diced avocado. Then I'm just gonna use a spoon, and I'm actually just gonna go ahead and put it in this with the lime juice because my pico de gallo here has lime juice in it too, so it doesn't really matter. So go ahead and put that in there. That way I can put it on top of my little cups when they're ready. And then I'm just gonna, they're still a little bit big, so I'm gonna take my spoon, maybe my knife, and just kind of cut the big ones in half.
Chalk wiper.
I don't think we, oh wait, no, we have one. Hang on a second. She's asking for an eraser for the chalkboard. All right, so those are a good size. Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and release the pressure on my Instant Pot, and I'm gonna pull it towards me because off screen there I have a big umbrella light, so I don't want that to get the steam on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and release the pressure over here. I'm gonna toss this in my garbage bowl. My 6-month-old is like just absolutely amazed by the steam coming up every time. I use my Instant Pot pretty much every time I cook, just about. There's not many meals anymore that I make without it. And actually, really quick, while that's still releasing, this is my favorite book. I'll put a link in the description down below, but this is my favorite book for times for cooking grains, beans, and vegetables. So her cooking charts in here are like spot on. They've never done me wrong. So I'll put a link to that down below because it's a really great resource. All right, so I can hear that there's no more pressure, but the pin was still up, so I'm just gonna like knock it down. If it does not knock down very easily, it's not ready yet, so just keep letting it release the pressure. So I'm gonna go ahead and open that. I'm gonna put my book over here so it doesn't get water on it. All right, looks good. And then I'm gonna add in all of these bell peppers and stir. Okay. All right.
Actually, does it have chalk in her?
Okay, so I'm just gonna let that do its thing, and it's extremely hot. So if you're planning on eating, you know, like as soon as possible, a trick, because you don't want to burn yourself on your food, is actually I'm gonna leave that in there. Just move your Instant Pot over. Whoops! I don't know if I can do that with the lid on there. So move it over. And then take the whole pot out because it will stay super duper warm if you leave it inside the Instant Pot. So just go ahead and take it off and then it'll cool off quicker. And let me show you what that looks like. So that's what it looks like. Then let's go ahead and assemble a cup. So let me find a good one. Some of them kind of like fell down, but that's what you want your cups to look like. If I can get you to see that. Okay. So nice and crispy. I'm going to take a little bit of this lettuce, and it's quite large for these little mini cups, so I'm just going to like chop it. Not even very fancy. And I'm going to put that down in the bottom. Don't quite need that much because these are really tiny cups. And like I said, you can use the standard size muffin tins if you like. I just kind of wanted to do this. So where did my spoon go? Oh. So I'm going to take my spoon here. I'm going to put a little bit of beans and rice in there. And then we'll put a little bit of this homemade pico de gallo. And pico de gallo is super easy to make. It's literally just tomatoes, red onion, lime juice, salt, and then some cilantro. And I didn't have fresh cilantro, so I just used this freeze-dried cilantro that I had, and it turned out amazing. Okay, so put a little bit of salsa on there, and then just a little bit of avocado. So there you have it. It's a little tostada cup, or a, I don't know, a mini taco salad, whatever you want to call it. You could also put some tapatio in there. If I had sour cream, which I usually have some homemade sour cream in my fridge, but we just happen to be out right now, you could also put that on there. That would be really good. Olives, you know, kind of whatever you would normally put on a tostada or a taco salad, you can put on these little guys. And so these are super cute. My 3-year-old is in the middle of a super picky phase, so I'm not sure if she will eat these or not. She might just kind of eat it all like deconstructed, maybe, we'll see. And if not, then we'll probably just give her fruit for dinner. All right, let's see how it tastes. So good. Oh yeah, that is very delicious. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't clicked that red subscribe button yet, go ahead and click that now so you don't miss any of my videos. And I will see you next time. Thanks for cooking with me.
See you next time.
Here, stand up here and say it.
Is it?
Can you say see you next time?
Say next time.
Hey guys, are you still here? Because I am, and I'm just gonna do a little experiment. So I kind of wanted to see what it would be like if I made these like kind of like empanadas. So let's see. I gotta, they're stuck together. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna turn my oven back on actually really quick. Okay, then for these, I'm not gonna do the fresh lettuce, but what I'm gonna do is just put, this is still really hot, the beans and rice. So I'm just gonna put a little spoonful in there. Oops, well, that might be too much. Let's put some of that in here. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna try it with 2 at first and see how it goes. Now I've got a little bowl of water here. I'm just gonna wet my finger with it and then just kind of go along the edges here.
Can I help?
You can supervise. You want to supervise? You're gonna dip your finger in there?
I make it wet.
Yeah, okay.
There.
There you go, good job. Okay, and I'm just, yeah, this one's a little bit full. Maybe not a whole tablespoon in there. Okay, so that's pretty good. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on my baking sheet and do the next one. Oops. Just got a little bit wet there.
In my pile?
Yeah, is that your pile?
Yuck.
All right, so there is the second one, so you can kind of see. They're like little wonton empanadas. All right, so I'm going to put those there. My oven's only at 130, so maybe I'll do Maybe I'll do a couple more because they're probably going to be really good. And then I think what I'll do with these is maybe like mash up the guacamole or the avocado into some guacamole. And then I can like dip it in the guacamole, or I can put a little bit of salsa on top. You know, really it's kind of endless what you can do with this little setup here. All right, so let's do 2 more.
Can I help you with your pile?
Sure, honey.
Can I reach it?
I don't know.
I will reach it.
Careful. No, it's hot, baby. Don't touch the beans and rice, okay? It's really hot. Hey, get your whole hand out of there. All right.
I'm just helping.
I know, and you are such a good helper. You know that?
Can I do it again?
Yeah. All right, so there's one more.
I'm sitting with you.
Yeah. All right, so we'll do like 4. We'll see how that turns out. All right, so I'm gonna stick those in as soon as my oven is heated up, and then I will show you how they turned out. I'll be right back. All right, so my little empanadas are done, and that is what they look like. Nice and crispy. I did it about 15 minutes, I think, at 350. And then I also just mashed up some of these avocado chunks and put in some of that pico de gallo, and it is now guacamole, basically. So I am just gonna take this guy, dip it in here. That's a really good experiment. All right, I might do the rest of the beans and rice like this, because that's a lot easier to eat, but I can't put any lettuce in there. I don't know. I kind of like the cups too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But yeah, that was a good little experiment. All right, well, thanks for watching and sticking around to the end, and I will see you guys next time.